Infield comes in for Trinity. This ball is lifted high into deep into left center field. Look out, Capital City. CC's done it again. A two-run home run for Colby Christian, his fourth of the year. And the Tornadoes go up 4 in the bottom of the third. 2-2. Into right field. This may get a run home. We'll see if they test Christian. He makes the catch. The play at the plate is in time! An absolute rocket out of the arm of Christian. And he cuts down Garner. No damage done when you hit it to all CC. The double and a run scored today. 2 more runs for the Tornadoes. They might get it here. In the air to deep left field, off the base of the wall. 2 runs are going to score. It's a 2-double day for Eric Garcia, and the Tornadoes lead it 10-0 in Game 1. For Dakota, not a lot that these Trinity batters have not seen yet today. The 1-2 on the ground could be 2. Smith to Gomez for 1. On to first. He's got him! 6-4-3 double play. No on, 2 out. Dakota Palmer. The clouds scattered throughout the sky for the final week of the regular season. It's the Concordia Tornadoes, and it's the St. Thomas Celts. Get a look at the starting pitcher tonight for the Tornadoes. It is one that Tornado fans have come to love over the course of his 5 years in the purple pinstripes. Of course, we're talking about number 10, Otto Franz, the Austin kid out of Bowie High. He comes in 10 strikeouts shy of the all-time Concordia record of tying it. He needs 11 to break it. He is guaranteed at least 2 more starts, this one tonight and then potentially next week. 70 2/3 innings pitched on the year, a 2.8 ERA. And Leland, you start to run out of adjectives to describe both of these starters that we're going to see today for Concordia. But Otto, the story remains the same. A mid-80s fastball that he pairs with a really nice cutter and that 12-6 breaking ball that has helped him accumulate 51 strikeouts this year.
Like I said, both Dakota and Otto are the twin pillars that have been the rock of this pitching staff this season. And this being their swan song of games, they're going to be very much missed here at Garner Boggs Field. But they still, like you said, they still have at least a couple more games to go between this regular season game as well as at least 1 start in the tournament. And hopefully they go further than that.
And Coach Mokery is hoping that as well, as you heard him talk about in our pre-game interview. A couple minutes behind of our scheduled first pitch. It's 4:02 here Central Time as we get set to bring you the first game between Concordia and St. Thomas. The final week has already come, as it seemed like it would have taken forever back in February. So the first pitch of the game is on the way, and it misses downstairs. Ball 1 to Ray Izaguirre, the center fielder today for St. Thomas. Izaguirre, the kid out of Pasadena, went to Pasadena Memorial High. He takes this pitch outside for a called strike. Once again, the defense backing up Franz today. Heil, Segrist, and Christian in the outfield. Garcia, Smith, Gomez, and Clark from left to right across the infield with Carson Riley catching Franz once again this year. He's caught him each time out throughout this season. Otto quickly falls behind 2-1. Izaguirre batting .300 this year, and a mainstay at the top of the lineup this year for St. Thomas. Fouls this away, counts even at 2-2. And this whole strikeout record that we've alluded to over the last couple of weeks, Leland, don't be misguided. It certainly means a great deal to Otto, and he starts off that tally counter with his first one of the day. He gets a swing and a miss from Izaguirre, 1 away in the top of the first.
Left fielder number 6, Tyler Mills.
Going down in school, the record books as the all-time leader in strikeouts. Yeah, that is definitely not something to overlook.
The junior outfielder Tyler Mills steps in. Back-to-back lefties opening up against Franz, missing as well with his first offering to Mills. This is a St. Thomas team that comes in batting .320 in 34 games. They've scored 286 runs. A swing and a miss here. Otto leaning into the fastball early on. Continues to work out of the stretch. Roxon comes home. On the ground to short. One-handed stop made by Smith. Throws across for the second out of the inning. Otto sped him right back up with a fastball. 2 quick outs in the first.
Number 10, Alex Trin.
And when you talk about conference offense, coming into tonight, the Tornadoes have scored 240 runs in conference. St. Thomas at 238. So that's another example of the mirroring that Coach Mokri alluded to. And Alex Trin, who has been a tough customer for everyone throughout the year, has a 2-out single to bring up Dylan McKee.
First baseman number 18, Dylan McKee.
At one point in this year, Dylan McKee was a top 5 hitter in the country, a transfer from St. Mary's University, the corner infielder batting .397 with 8 homers coming into today. Already at 50 RBIs. He's among top 20 in the country in that department. Otto starts him off with a breaking ball. Slight wind blowing out towards left center. The Tornadoes with 8 home runs last week in their 3-game sweep of Texas Lutheran. 0-1 pitch is flown to the right side, out of play. .82 degrees at first pitch here in Northwest Austin. 8-mile-an-hour wind, as we said, blowing out towards the northwest. Game 1 of 2, both scheduled 9-inning games today. McKee down in the count, 0-2. Didn't offer at that fastball on the outside half. Good setup pitch there from Franz. One-two on the way, and McKee does a good job of covering a fastball that touched up into the mid to high 80s. Landon Heil playing a deep left field, maybe 5 yards in front of the warning track. A slight pull shift on in center field from Segrist. Wide open right center gap for McKee to hit to. 1-2. Once again, they tried to go upstairs, and McKee, who has played a lot of baseball throughout his collegiate career, stays off of it, and the count is 2 balls and 2 strikes to the Celts first baseman. Two-two pitch is in the air to center field. Should be a relatively routine play for Segrist. He settles under it as he moves in and makes the play for the 3rd out of the inning. So the side is retired in the first. The Celts come away with no runs on a hit, no errors. There was a man left on base. We'll see the Tornadoes hit for the first time in Game 1 when we come back on the Flow Sports Network, powered by Big Daddy Media. To the bottom of the first we go here from Gardner Boggs Field, along with Leyland Freeman. I'm EJ Sanchez. Vance Laws, our sports information director, and Chuck Licata checking back in the Big Daddy Media studio headquarters as our QA today. Zach Segrist to lead things off against the senior from Montgomery, Jacob Mead. He's making his 12th appearance of the year. He's making his 6th start, so he has done double duty both out of the bullpen and starting games this year. He comes in with a 5-3 record. The left-hander's first pitch to Zach Segrist is downstairs, ball 1. The defense behind him will be as followed. Mills, Izagiri, and Garner in the outfield from left to right. Jared Smith and Eduardo Tamez manning the left side of the infield. Alex Trin and Dylan McKee on the right side with Ryan Radijak doing the catching. 1-0 pitch to Segrist is on the ground to third. Jared Smith comes in and gets a short hop, throws across, and it's out of the glove of McKee. It rolls up the line. That'll go down as an E5. Not a great way to start for St. Thomas as you put one of the fastest players on the Concordia roster at first.
Number 1, Aaron Gomez.
Plenty of time to make a play, just could not come up with it. And brings Aaron Gomez to the plate, coming off of a heck of a weekend for himself, including Game 1 of Texas Lutheran, in which he went 5 for 5 with 3 doubles and a home run. Another one of these 5th years for the Tornadoes, playing in his final series here at Gardner Boggs Field. AG comes into today on an 11-game hitting streak. Last time he didn't record a hit was over a month ago in a Tuesday game against Mary Hardin Baylor. 1-0 pitch to Gomez, clips the inside corner.
Aaron, let's go, kid.
Meade has logged 37 innings on the mound this year. 39 strikeouts in 37 innings. A 3.89 ERA to go along with it. A pitcher that'll certainly force the issue and dare the Tornadoes to beat them. 2-1, and the B move is sent over to first. Segrist is back with plenty of time. And they'll go ahead and check on him again. Segrist 12 of 15 swiping bags this year. Modest lead outside. And really that should be 12 of 13 if I'm not mistaken, Vance, because I believe 2 of those are him getting picked off. So a quality base stealer over at first. Gomez in a 3-1 count against Meade. And he takes low and inside for ball 4. The first 2 have reached for the Tornadoes as Segrist trots over to second. Brings up Kalen Clark, who had a home run in the finale of that 3-game set against Texas Lutheran.
Number 27, Kalen Clark.
Clark comes into today tied for second on the team in RBIs with 34. He's tied with Segrist. And barring an absolute miracle, I don't think anybody's going to catch up to Colby Christian, who comes into tonight with 56. Now, what an outstanding season that Clark has had. Batting .346 coming into the contest after sporadic at-bats throughout his first 2 years after transferring from Cisco College. He squares around to bunt, and he bunts it back to the screen. Clark out of the Dallas area, the former Capel Cowboy. Clark has been slotted at first base after spending his first couple of years mainly as an outfielder along the corners. Meade has not been crisp early. St. Thomas continuing to play the bunt. McKee plays in front of the runner Gomez at first. Meade is set at the belt. 2 on, no outs in the first. And still struggling to consistently be able to find the strike zone with multiple pitches. Two-one. Inside corner, and that was one of the prettier pitches thus far that Meade has been able to throw. 2 balls and 2 strikes now to Clark. Also happening here on the campus of Concordia, Texas. Concordia softball tied with Southwestern. No score in the bottom of the first, just a couple of feet away from us. 2-2 to Clark. Swung on and missed. That's a big pitch right there from Jacob Meade. He gets Clark to go down on strikes, and it'll bring Colby Christian to the plate with one out and 2 on.
Colby Christian.
Christian 9th in the country in RBIs with the 56 that he has coming into today. We've already talked about McKee, who is tied for 11th. Swing and a miss here. Out in front of a nice off-speed pitch there from Meade. St. Thomas 6-4 over their last 10, coming off of that series sweep against Trinity. Swing on and miss again. So he starts him off slow, comes right back with a fastball and able to sneak one by Cece. Meade still just a ground ball away, although a tough customer to double off in Christian, who runs well. He has to dig himself out of an 0-2 hole. Down the line, gets past the dive of Jared Smith. The Tornadoes will strike first as it rattles into the corner. C-Rod's going to slam on the brakes with Gomez at third. It's an RBI double for Colby Christian, his 57th RBI of the year, and the Tornadoes take a 1-0 lead over St. Thomas in the bottom of the first.
Yeah, there's something to be said about this Concordia team, whether it's the pitching or whether it's the defense or whether it's the offense. They can have a bad weekend, but they just bounce back and they're just back to form.
The 16th double of the season for Christian. That'll bring the transfer from Brookhaven College to the plate. Bo Dinscore. 1 out, 2 runners in scoring position. First pitch swinging, and a nice changeup there from Meade. That puts Christian tied for 15th in the nation in doubles. Second overall in the SCAC in doubles, only behind the outstanding outfielder for Trinity, Maddox McDonald. He came into today with 17, so I guess as of right now they're tied. 1-1 to Dinscore. In the dirt, good block there by Ryan Radijak. Already 2 runs across, already 2 big hits for the Tornadoes. Should Dinscore be able to poke one through. 2-1 pitch is drilled into deep center field. Having a play was Izaguirre. He will settle under it in deep left center. Coming home is Gomez. Christian is going to try to take third, and he will. It's an RBI sac fly for Bo Dinscore. That's Bo's 16th RBI of the year. The Tornadoes take a 2-0 lead.
Left fielder number 6, Landon Heil.
And maybe one of the more fun moments of the season was put on by the young man strutting to the plate in Landon Heil. In a 1-run game midway through Game 2 of the series against Texas Lutheran, Heil comes up with his first career grand slam to put the Tornadoes ahead for good. They never trailed the rest of the way in that one. Takes away ball 1. Dinscore just came up a couple of grains, if it was a wood bat, away from a really good piece. He got the barrel to that one. Heil's ahead 2-0. Heil making his 33rd start of the year, batting .310. .2-0 pitch, Heil swinging. He pops this out of play to the right side. All of this starts with an error from Jared Smith at third on a chopper hit by Zach Segrist. After that, a walk for Gomez, and then after the strikeout from Clark, an RBI double, and then we just saw the Dinscore RBI sac fly. That is a really good team at bat by Dinscore to make sure he got something to a barrel. 3 balls and 1 strike to the Tornadoes left fielder Heil. Swung on, foul ground. McKeeb hoping for a play. It'll drift about 25 feet to the right. 3 balls and 2 strikes. In the top of the second, the Celts will have Lamson, Garner, and Radijak scheduled to face Franz. Payoff pitch, breaking ball in there, called strike 3. So Meade is able to get out of the inning with a pair of strikeouts, although he does yield the 2 runs on 1 hit. There was an error, and there was a runner left on base. 1 complete. Tornadoes lead the Celts 2-0.